Good day, everybody. My name is Jewel, and this is the J7409 Tropical Update. What you're looking at here is Sally. Today, of course, is Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. Now, Sally is looking like she's going to continue to remain a Category 1. There's always that possibility of a 2 happening, but I don't think it's going to happen right now. Now, the biggest threat with Sally, historic flooding, is possible from Sally, with extreme life-threatening flash flooding likely through Wednesday along portions of the northern Gulf Coast. Now, it looks like Sally's not hardly moving. Sally's kind of stuck. She's only moving 2 miles per hour west-northwest. Now, the pressure in Sally this morning is 983 millibars, and the winds are 85 miles per hour as of now. Why is Sally stuck? Well, I'll show you in further detail in a few moments, but there's a high pressure over here. There's a high pressure coming over here. They're both pushing on Sally. That's why Sally's moving so slow, and Sally's kind of stuck where she's at right now. The jet stream and everything is way up here. Nothing else is steering Sally at the moment. That's why Sally's only moving 2 miles per hour. Looking like landfall. Now, this is just a guess, my friends, okay? But it's looking like anywhere from Biloxi in the panhandle here over into the panhandle of Alabama. And you can see there's the center of circulation, not going to move a whole lot. Sally does blow up. You see how it blows up? This is where the rain comes in as such a danger. Now what we're looking at is Teddy. Now, Teddy's going to be a bad, bad boy, folks, okay? And from things I've gone over this morning, and I'll show you this in a moment, it shouldn't affect any of the islands. It shouldn't affect the U.S. at this time. It could affect up around St. John, maybe a few portions of Canada. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this as it progresses along. This is not a guarantee. This is what it's looking like today. I'll show you more about this in a little bit. Right now, the winds in Teddy are 60 miles per hour, just about 60 miles per hour, and the minimum central pressure is 1,001 millibars, and Teddy's moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Before we go over to the National Hurricane Center, we'll check out the European model right quickly this morning, and I would like to ask everyone that has not subscribed, if you are into the weather, please subscribe, click the bell, and check off all to ensure you get all the latest videos that I put out on all kind of different weather. Right now, look at the tropics, folks. We've got 7 systems that are in progress right now. This hasn't happened in decades. It has happened before, but it's been decades since we've had 7 systems at one time going on. So, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate it a whole lot, okay? Now, what we're looking at, European model. We have Sally over here. You can see I've got the timestamp set at around 10 a.m. this morning. This is Paulette. Paulette is still a fierce storm, but Paulette should go on out and not affect anybody. Now, this is Teddy. This is Vicky. Vicky's not going to last long, okay? But this is Teddy. And you see right in the corner down here, we got another one. This is probably going to be Wilford. If not, we've got 3 or 4 more systems in the next week or so that's going to come off of Africa. It looks like it's not going to let up for just a little bit. But our main concerns right now, we'll just turn it on and let it roll right quickly through. You can see how they're moving. They're all moving. Here we have Sally. I'll go into detail on all of these later. This is Paulette. You can see Paulette is going to turn and not affect anybody. We have another system up here I'll show you from the National Hurricane Center that is going to make up. And you can see Vicky just dies right out, right around here. Now Teddy is moving north-northwest. It's going to take a turn When we come over to Sally, you can see these are wind gusts. The rain's going to be torrential. I'll show you all about the rain in just a few moments with Sally. That is going to be a very big deal with Sally. You're going to have some stiff winds once in a while, but as soon as Sally hits land, Sally should start to weaken on out to a tropical storm once it gets through a little section of land. By the weekend, rain everywhere in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Then Sally moves on out, okay? Here's this high pressure I was talking about, and here's the other high right here. That's why Sally's kind of stopped this morning, but she will start to move up. Now, here is another one. This is probably Wilford right here. Later on, you can see the time stamp as it comes down. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. Now, you can see the high pressure's pushing all of this down. This is Teddy. Look at Teddy. My goodness gracious, I said all along Teddy was going to be something to be reckoned with. Let's just check out these winds. 144 miles per hour. Now, this is wind gust. Now, we'll take the pressure off of it just a moment if we can. And I want to move up here because I do have people who watch me in these areas. Now, you can see around Nova Scotia. We'll check out some of your wind in here. 46 mile per hour wind gust. But as it moves on up through St. John, Corner Brook, all of these areas, we'll move it up just a little bit here. The center looks like it's going to be over this area right in here. Some of the toughest winds, the wind should die down some, okay? We'll put it back like this. Just let it stretch across right quickly. Now, some of these very high winds could affect right in this area here. Some of these winds are 103 miles per hour. When it comes to rain, let's see what it's going to look like right quickly, if it will change over. The rain's not too bad. You're going to get rain with it, but up in these areas here, not an inch, okay, not an inch here. Teddy is just going to be a very strong wind maker. That's what Teddy is. Sally, she's going to have some winds, but her winds are nothing compared to what Teddy's will be. It'll be bad enough, do not get me wrong, okay? I don't mean it that way. You can look at all the systems everywhere, all over the world here just about. We'll move it on up now. Now, this is Tuesday the 22nd. Teddy's up here. We'll see what else is going on. We do have a little something trying to make up over here, also over in here. This is just from tropical long waves, okay? This is nothing to worry about. This system here, as we move on through, we'll move up to Wednesday right quick. You can see it's going to go off right in here and weaken out and not be anything hardly at all. When we come up to around 11 p.m. on Wednesday the 23rd, we still have this here. It might try to make up, but as of this time, you can see it's not even a low pressure system. This high is mashing it, pushing it down. And so far as the island goes, you guys will be getting some rain. You will be getting some gusty winds, but not really bad. Nothing that you can't handle. That's what it's looking like right now. So that's a quick look at what's going on. And as you can see, as we move on along, we have another low that's going to come off here. This low is going to come off eventually. We're going to have some more, folks. That's the main point. Now we'll check them all out right quickly from the National Hurricane Center. Don't worry about disturbance number 1, folks. It's not going to amount to anything, and it's headed towards Mexico. Here is Sally once again. The winds, like I've told you, is 85 miles per hour. It's moving northwest at 2 miles per hour. It's pretty much stuck. Now, it's located at 29.1 north, 88.0 west. Now, as we move on across, we have Paulette. Paulette yesterday, of course, went over the Bermuda area. The winds now, though, are more than they were for Bermuda. Paulette has 105-mile-per-hour winds. It's located 37.0 north, 60.5 west, and Paulette is booking now, moving on out northeast up in this area at 20 miles per hour. I don't know how this even happened. I'll just be honest with you, because it's in very cool water. It's a non-tropical area of low pressure. It's over the far northeastern Atlantic, several hundred miles northeast of the Azores. Now, the system is forecast to move south-southeastward during the next few days, and there is when it's going to encounter warmer ocean temperatures. That's going to allow it to gradually acquire some tropical or subtropical characteristics this week. It's still low though, folks. 2 days 10%, 5 days 20%. And we have another system here. This is probably going to be Wilford. Now, these showers and thunderstorms are associated with this area of low pressure, as we saw a while ago on the map, and it's a few hundred miles south-southeast of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now, it's going to gradually continue to become better organized, and the environmental conditions are conducive for further development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form during the next few days. It's going to move generally westward at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. In 2 days, 50% chance. In 5 days, it will jump up to 70% chance. It's looking like now, as we saw a while ago, it should miss the islands. We'll keep our eyes on it. Do not fret. Here's Vicky. Vicky's winds are 50 miles per hour now. Vicky's not going to last long, though, folks, and she's located 20.3 north, 30.1 west. Vicky's moving northwest at 9 miles per hour. And then we have Teddy, 60-mile-per-hour winds, minimum central pressure 1001 millibars, located 13.7 north, 46.0 west, moving northwest at 12 miles per hour. Hurricane Sally, National Hurricane Center. When I see the National Hurricane Center put out a headline like this, folks, you best prepare. Historic flooding is possible from Sally, with extreme life-threatening flash flooding likely through Wednesday along portions of the northern Gulf Coast. Now, we're going to check out a bunch of things. Here's the tracking map for Sally. Sally is a hurricane. She's right here. As of today, she's going to remain a hurricane. She's going to hit the land. Then when she moves on up through, I'd say she has a chance of coming in anywhere from Biloxi all the way across over here into Florida, okay? It could bounce around. It could come in anywhere here. The main place, I think, is going to be right here in Alabama, though. That's where I really think now it's probably going to come in. Just maybe Mississippi, maybe Alabama, but right in this area. Then it should, once it gets inland, turn into a tropical storm. Now, I've had a lot of people say, what about Georgia? Well, Georgia's right here. It should be nothing but a post-tropical depression bringing rain. You see the cone goes all the way out. This cone will move as Sally moves, and it's going to just bring rain, maybe gusty winds once in a while in the teens. No big deal for Georgia at this moment, or South Carolina, or North Carolina, and all the way up to Virginia. Before Sally's over, we will get the remnants of Sally, and we will get the rain and maybe some breezy conditions. The greatest risk of flash flooding over the next 3 days. You can see how this area will move. This is flash flooding. This is the combination right in here. Panhandle of Florida, panhandle of Alabama, and portions of the panhandle of Mississippi. This is extreme. You could have this extreme flash flooding. Now, it's 20% for the red. We got 10% in the yellow and 5% in the green. And you can see as it moves along, flooding will occur more and more. This is like in Georgia, South Carolina. This is through Friday morning, but it's not going to be life-threatening. Nothing like it's going to be right in this area here. So, please be aware of this. This is for flash flooding. The potential for heavy, heavy rain. This is unreal, folks. It's off the chains. If you live in the panhandle of Florida in this area, or in Alabama, right in here in this area where you see this purple, you guys could get 20 to 24 inches of rain. I'm not saying you're going to get that much. You have the potential, the chance of getting that much rain. Now, when you move over to the red in these areas here that outline the purple, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's 10 to 15. Then you got 6 to 10 in the orange areas. The yellow is 4 to 6, and the green, of course, is just, the darker green is like 2 to 4. The lighter green's just 1 inch of rain. So this is spread out through the time period. Remember, I told you it was going to come over and affect portions of North Carolina, South Carolina. These are the remnants of it, okay? So it's still going to have a much rain in it. But when it comes in, you folks, please have yourself a high place to go and stay safe. Please click show more down below this video. I'll have all of the watches and warnings and all more information about Sally posted there. Please read it. Click show more and read it. Now I'll go over just a few of these. The storm surge warning is in effect for the mouth of the Mississippi River to the Okaloosa-Walton County line, Florida. That's Walton County line, Florida. Also for Mobile Bay. Hurricane warning in effect east of the mouth of the Pearl River to Navarre, Florida. Tropical storm warning in effect for east of Navarre, Florida to Indian Pass, Florida. Mouth of the Pearl River westward to the Grand Isle, Louisiana, including Lake Pontchartrain and also metropolitan New Orleans. So keep that in mind. You can see everything that's going on with it right in here. Now, we will come down to the key messages. Storm surge. Storm surge. The tide's going to cause storm surge galore if it occurs at the time of high tide, of course. And you can see right in here, 6 to 9 feet. This is Ocean Springs, Mississippi to Dauphin Island, Alabama, including Mobile Bay, 6 to 9 feet. It could be just a little more than that. Let's hope not, but that's more than you need right there. Mouth of the Mississippi River to Ocean Springs, Mississippi, including Lake Bourgeon, 4 to 7. You see all of them right here as they move along. Now, wind. We know there's going to be wind. The winds now are 85 miles per hour. You're going to have some higher gust in places, but the rain is what is going to be the main thing with Sally. Places are going to flood, people. Sally is expected, when it approaches land, to drop 10 to 20 inches of rainfall with isolated amounts of 30 inches. Can you believe that? Along and just inland the central Gulf Coast from western Florida Panhandle to the far southeastern Mississippi area. Historic flooding is possible with extreme life-threatening flash flooding likely through Wednesday. In addition, this rainfall will lead to widespread moderate to major flooding on area rivers. Now, Sally's forecast to move inland early Wednesday, tomorrow, and move across the southeast. And this rain's going to be 4 to 8 inches with isolated amounts of 12 across portions of southeastern Mississippi, southern and central Alabama, northern Georgia, and the western Carolinas, as I've showed you. This is when Sally starts moving through. Tornadoes. You got a chance of more than one. Tornadoes or two. They're going to be possible this morning in coastal areas of the Florida Panhandle and Alabama. Make sure you stay safe. And, of course, rip currents galore. Surf, very bad. Don't go out in the water at this time if you're in these areas. Please stay safe. I will stay on this for the most part. If I see any major changes in anything, I will be sure and get it up just as soon as I possibly can. Everybody stay safe, my friends. And we got a subscriber named Bama Grits. She lives right here in Alabama. Please keep her in your prayers too, with all this rain coming, and everybody in all of these areas here, all around. Keep everybody in your prayers, because Sally is a huge rainmaker. We need to make sure we keep everyone in our thoughts, okay? You can see how busy the tropics is. My goodness gracious. Anyone that's in the area of Sally, when it's safe, if you could send me some pictures, I would greatly appreciate it. Click show more, scroll all the way down, you'll find my email address to send them to. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day, my friends. Thanks for everything you do for me. Please don't forget to share this with family and friends and on your social media to help me keep people aware and safe. I would appreciate it very much. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.